Right, all right. Let's go ahead and jump into group chat. Anyway, as you guys know, Corbin is the number one Jeffrey Dahmer fan. Isn't that right, Corbin? Corbin, can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You son of a bitch, you mother bitch! Daddy Maki shoot.
Do you hear me?
I hear you now.
Yeah, I hear you too. I didn't hear you before.
Yeah, okay. But I said you are the world's number one Jeffrey Dahmer fan. You think that's a correct assessment?
I wouldn't say number one because there's a lot of retarded women out there, and I think it's weird that they're attracted to Jeffrey Dahmer, who is gay.
Yeah, that's true.
And also a murderer.
It's like you would have a better chance at hooking up with Jeffrey Dahmer than those women would.
Yeah. I think me up in the way that you'd be putting me on a hook.
So I've seen that movie, My Friend Dahmer. It was a couple years ago. But you said this movie more or less kind of picks up where that left off, right?
Well, it doesn't pick off like right where it left off, but the earliest like flashback scene in the movie, which would be like the earliest scene that happened in the movie, is like right at when he kills the first person, which he's about to kill at the end of My Friend Dahmer.
Right. Okay.
So it sort of feels like it.
So
it's going over like it's going over all the major events that happened after My Friend Dahmer.
So it's basically the sequel to My Friend Dahmer, or My Friend Dahmer is basically the prequel.
Yeah. That's the way I like to look at it.
Yeah, okay.
It's just conveniently where it is.
And also, that Dahmer show you said looks pretty fucking terrible, right?
Well, it's definitely woke, and this movie has a better version of the scene where the black women are not being listened to by the cops, and the cops just ignored Dahmer to the hole in the guy's head. Like, the scene's done better in this movie than it is in that show, because that show makes it, like, way overly political. It makes a big deal about it.
Well, and, like, the thing I think is stupid is, like, when you talk about Jeffrey Dahmer now, fucking normies, that's what they think of, is that fucking show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I freaking hate that it's like, oh, look, this popular, like, handsome boy actor that girls like from American Horror Story. Of course he would play Jeffrey Dahmer, because it's like an obvious casting choice, but I just hate him. Like, I don't like looking at me. He's like the wimpy, like, pre-Dahmer when he's in his teenage years. Well, I like what Dahmer is like, not when he, because in prison, he's like, he just looks like a dude. And then when he's in high school, he's just this wimpy kid. But if you actually get to when he's actually killing people and going into gay clubs and killing black dudes, he's like this. He's a lot more buff and like a lot cooler.
Right.
And like movies always want to portray him as like this really like he has no charisma and he has like no muscles. But
obviously he lured 17 people back to his apartment to kill, so clearly he had some charisma.
Yeah. Like, I just think it's stupid. Like, the way that people portray Dahmer just doesn't seem accurate to me.
Right. And let's also say, Corbin, you were a fan of Dahmer before it was cool. You know, let's gatekeep Dahmer fandom.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else you want to say before we jump into the movie?
Dahmer was almost as great of a hero as Bart Vickers.
Well, there you go. All right, let's hop in and we'll watch the movie. I guess I should probably pull it up here, huh? Where is it? There it is. I assume you're just gonna watch it along with me here, correct? All right, so we're watching this. We're at 0 seconds, so I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. You're gonna get drunk while watching Dahmer. Can you hear this? You don't hear anything. Okay, hold on. Let's fix that, yeah? Hold on. It's not a joke, Corbin. I closed it because that's how you fix it. How about now? Do you hear it now? On February 15th, 1992 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Jeffrey Lionel I didn't read the whole thing, but he was convicted for all the murder. Okay, cool. Then yeah, you hear it now. A David Jacobson film. Not a director I'm familiar with. Yeah, it does sound like an average name. Wait, Jeremy Renner? Wait, Hawkeye's in this? He plays Jeffrey Dahmer? What the fuck? Fucking, oh yeah, here's the chocolate factory worked in. We still need to do that Sergeant Friends episode. Oh yeah, ours will be a lot more interesting because it'll be like Saw death traps in the fucking chocolate factory. Yeah, well, and like we'll go all out. Like we'll have the children die in like horrific ways in Jeffrey Dahmer's chocolate factory. Yeah. We are watching Dahmer. Yes, as in Jeffrey Dahmer. The cannibal, yes. Cannibalist. He is the cannibalist cannibal who ever cannibaled. Yeah. No, the Pingus song was just something we used to play in the background a lot during Gen 2 of the channel. Do you want me to turn subtitles on, Corbin? Machine noise. Well, this is a 90s movie, isn't it? That's true. It takes place in the 90s. It's 2000. It was made in the 2000s, though, wasn't it? Oh fuck no! Of course, it's not the Netflix version. Okay. And is the Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer a lot more sensationalized? Okay, well, I guess we'll see, right? I just think it's funny that Jeremy Renner played Dahmer. Didn't you want to have, like, a big musical number about that Asian guy he killed in Jeffrey Dahmer's chocolate factory? Was he the youngest of Dahmer's victims? I was going to say, because Dahmer's not known for killing children, really. Okay. Yeah, I did not know he killed a 13-year-old, so there you go. Yeah, he definitely has a lot more charisma in this than he did in My Friend Dahmer. Are you saying that because of the hairstyle? He wants to see him flex them guns. Yeah. You know, I've heard that the book Lords of Chaos is even worse than the movie. Yeah. Well, like I said, fucking in that movie, Mayhem looked like a bunch of sweet little fucking LARPers. What? What'd you say, Horizons? Did I say what? We? Like I do? I mean... Oh, yeah, no, yeah, no, yeah, oh, yeah, no, he LARPed us like 12 people, yeah, sorry. But he's not a sweet little fucking LARPer, he's just pathetic, and we're not going to talk about him. What, you mean like that gay movie with Sacha Baron Cohen? That Bruno? Well, okay, I've never seen Encanto. I don't really watch any modern movies really all that often. Okay. A movie about child sex trafficking you would describe as badass. That's an interesting distinction. Okay. Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I know a guy who saw that. Yeah, dude, Huey saw that. Like, he was on a military base, and some guy showed it to him on his phone or something. Oh, Dahmer was in the army? He got dishonorably discharged for being drunk all the time. Okay. Look up what space movie came out in '92. What is it? Gay Niggers from Outer Space? Oh, Ted Kaczynski? I think he might have been. Hey, Redeye, did you know Alex Jones is making a new video game? Wait, what? What's this? I gotta look into this. Yes? Okay, I figured it was. Since you told me to look it up, I figured that's what it was. Well, he's not drunk. Dahmer drugged him. Did you not see him crushing up all those pills? Well, he's not overdosed. He's just passed out because Dahmer drugged him to knock him out so he can fucking... Like, this is the guy that he drills the hole in the head, right? Now, that musical number you kept singing about, is that one you made up, or is there something that did a musical number and you just wanted to parody that? Okay. And that's why you want to do that musical number, is like a kind of a reference to that. Dude, that's kind of gay, dog. No, I would say the worst actor is easily Seth Rogen. That's not the reason I mean, that is one of the reasons I don't like Seth Rogen, but there are many reasons I don't like Seth Rogen. But yeah, he wasn't wimpy, so that's just a misconception created by, like, media, basically. Yeah, you would want him depicted to be scary, yeah. It's called Alex Jones NWO War? Okay. Dude, is he gonna drill in the center so we can get some homunculus action? Yeah, what the fuck would Dahmer's homunculus look like? Chocolate! He's selling chocolate! What? He's selling chocolate! Chocolate, I remember chocolate. Sweet, sweet chocolate. I always hated it! So he would make managers and manwiches. Like you said, he'd feed them to people? But he used to feed human meat to people. He fed her human being. Okay. Damn, you sound like the chocolate lady. Thanks. That's what I was going for. Hence the impression. I think I do a pretty good impression of that really old lady from SpongeBob. Honestly. The chocolate one, the one we were just talking about like 10 seconds ago. He has a fucking hole drilled in his head. Yes. Good job. You sussed it out. Nah. There you go. Drunk as a skunk, like Horizon said earlier, because, you know, he didn't get that he was drugged. Oh yeah, doesn't Dahmer, like, lie and say that he's his friend and he needs to take him back or something? Wounds that are what, Corbin? Oh yeah, like a small like if you had like a hole drilled, didn't you? Like there was a small fine one, and yeah. Dude, is that the guy who plays Chuck in Better Call Saul? I think that is that guy. Yes. And also Mr. Green from the Clue movie. I think it's him. I could be wrong. It might not be, but kind of looks like him. It doesn't really matter though, because I'm sure he's only going to be in this scene. So you said that scene they make like a whole like racial thing in the new show. Gotcha. So like there was a racial element, but the show like plays it up and it's a lot more cringe. So yeah, obviously they thought he was an adult if they just left him there, saw the pictures, and saw that he was drunk. Yeah, well that's always the case, right? Like if they ever searched, like there's a lot, right? Yeah, he just has to keep a completely and totally calm demeanor, and then they don't search a single like that's what Elliot did all the time too. Was like when the cops came to check up on him, he'd just be really calm and act like everything's all right. Because remember, they did do welfare checks on Elliot, I think twice, right? Oh yeah, no, like actual serial killers can like immediately like just turn it off and like be totally calm. Okay, he was giving him mouth to mouth. I'm like, he's either really smooching the hell out of him or trying to give him mouth to mouth. Or both. Probably both. Yeah. I wonder what Jeremy Renner thought about this being in his filmography. Jeremy Renner, he's the guy who plays Jeffrey Dahmer in this. He's also Hawkeye in the MCU. He's also dead now. Yeah, he died like this year, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he died this year. Yeah, it was like just a couple months ago, I think. Oh, he is still alive. Well, there you go. Misinformation. No, because I don't watch CNN. No, he's still alive. You're right. That's my mistake. So there was a hoax thing. Okay, all right. So I guess I just fell for a death hoax with that one. Yeah. Okay. I'm usually pretty good at not falling for that kind of shit, but, you know. Yeah, that's true. Death hoaxes happen all the time. Like, Johnny Knoxville's had, like, 4 death hoaxes. You know that, right? Well, Chuck Norris is barely alive. Like, he is out of it. Like, I feel really bad for him, actually. Because, like, don't his family treat him like shit, too, Chuck Norris? What's in the box? Oh, yeah, you told me about that, yeah. And then he convinced his dad not to look in the box, right? Yeah, well, I mean, that's always the case, right? Like, where there's so many times a killer could have been caught. Like, I mean, Bundy escaped twice. We should watch that Bundy movie at some point. Which apparently like I remember I haven't seen it, but I saw the ad for that Bundy movie, and I know it was like really inaccurate because it tried to say that Bundy had like a troubled childhood. But if you listen to any interview with Bundy, that's not at all what it was. Like, Bundy like lived a really normal life, and then he got really into hardcore porn and like rewired his brain, and that fucked him up. Maybe. Right, yeah. His brother showed him like that, like violent stuff too. But like that's what I'm saying. Though, is Bundy had a normal life growing up. He just got into like really fucked up extreme shit, and it like stuck with him. Mannequin fell out, or what is it? Was it actually a mannequin, or was it a corpse? Okay, he does have a mannequin. Okay. Dude, there was like when I worked on the paper route, there was this neighborhood that had houses that were just like filled with mannequins, and it was really fucking creepy and weird. Yeah, but what if they were like Elijah Wood in Maniac? Yeah. True. No, he didn't. I knew you were going to make that joke, though, Horizons, as soon as a closet was mentioned. I'd say Dahmer was pretty gay. Yeah, like it literally is what's in the box, just like in 7. Wait to play the Alex Jones game. I mean, yeah, I mean that sounds cool. I'll check it out. I mean, look, he does raise a good point. I mean, he was literally hiding corpses, but he does raise a good point. It's true. I mean, look, that is the way to try and deal with that situation if you're trying to hide a fucking human head in a box. Yes, Corbin said multiple times. Right. Yeah. Well, hopefully the box doesn't smell. Doesn't really work. Yeah. Right. In case he wants to check and see where he hid the porn, he actually brought the porn out. Yeah. Although I think it would be preferable though to for your dad to find out you're gay than you're a serial killer. Although, Corbin, would you rather have a gay son or a serial killer son? Right? He said women, but like, you know, it's Horizons. There's no such thing. No, there isn't. No. You had to prevent yourself from saying Riz there, didn't you? Yeah. Yeah. He really had to lay on that charm. And that's when Dahmer hits him with, you know what else gets big? Come back to my place and I'll show you. Well, there were multiple times where he almost got caught. Like, that's what we were talking about before. I think that guy's kind of dumb, though, if he thinks fish are smarter than people. Because fish... Yeah, because fish are fucking retarded. Hey, Horizons. You know what is cool? To not interrupt. Well, you don't have to do that, but I mean, if that's... Like, yeah, I don't either. Like, Horizons, the thing is, we don't mind you, chiming in and talking, just if we're talking, maybe wait until we finish our sentence, that's all. You touched the blade multiple times, you lying dog-faced pony soldier. I feel like a knife like that would cost like maybe $20. Well, I mean, beers, obviously. Yeah, like, if they weren't gay, why'd they go back with him, right? Okay. So, like, the families of the victims were in denial about their sons being gay. Yeah, exactly. Like, Dahmer would have no motivation to make shit up when he, like, just openly said all the stuff he did. I mean, Bundy did eventually own it all. Well, I mean, yeah, but like Bundy, like in the interviews before his execution, finally owned it. But prior to that, yeah, he thought he could weasel his way out. Yeah, like when they got you dead to rights, you might as well just be like, yeah, I killed all those people. Well, that's why, like when Dahmer like got killed, didn't he say that like this was like his comeuppance when he was like dying? Yeah. But he didn't, right? So he got life in prison and said, no, I should have got death. See, I think that is the reason that I also, like, because Dahmer's attitude on it after the fact is, like, the reason why he's the serial killer that I would say I'm the most empathetic towards. Who's the worst serial killer? I mean, depends on how you're defining worse. If you're going purely on body count, then Samuel Little. But if you're going like no, Son of Sam's a different guy. Samuel Little killed like 100 people. Bundy killed like 30. I think John Wayne Gacy killed around 30 as well. And Dahmer killed what, 17? No, not at all. Horizons, Corbin and I don't think Charles Manson killed any... Well, Charles Manson literally didn't kill anyone. Right. Yeah, I don't believe he ordered those deaths either. Right. Or like that guy Tex, like that's... Like, that guy Tex is literally the only one who, like, gave Hit that story, and they just took him at his word. That's one thing I hate about Nixon, is Nixon, like, poisoned the well with that, is he, like, said that, like, he just immediately said, oh, yeah, this guy's guilty. Like, that's one thing I absolutely don't like about Nixon, because, like, obviously I'll defend Nixon on other things, but... Yeah, yeah, the whole thing was to make hippies look bad, you're right. Yeah. Yeah, hippies are bad, but not because they're... Yeah, exactly. They're just bad. And, like, Helter Skelter wasn't really a thing Manson, like, actually talked about. Yeah. I think Iceman was the worst killer. Who's Iceman? Dude, imagine if that scene in Nightmare on Elm Street 2 where Freddy possesses the guy and makes him go to the gay bar and it ended up being here, so then Dahmer killed him. Yeah. Samuel Little. He's actually a more recent one in getting caught. He's a black guy. And he's, he's said to have probably killed around 100 people. I don't remember exactly how many they actually sentenced him for, but they estimate he could have killed close to 100 people. What are you talking about? This is hot. Dude, that smile, he looks like fucking Tobey Maguire. Yeah. I mean, I think that's accurate, though, right? Like, it just depended on what he was trying to put on. Yeah. Exactly. Did you say this is getting a little spicy? Is that what you said, Horizons? Okay. Yeah, like... Yeah. Just imagine if Horizons was here and we were watching Antichrist. You what? Yes, it does have Willem Dafoe in it. You are correct. Willem Dafoe is good in every movie he is in. That doesn't mean it's a good movie. Even the bad movies he's in, he's good. Like Netflix Death Note. Ryuk is the best part. He's a hitman who killed over 100 people, but it was never confirmed. Okay, yeah, I guess I haven't heard of the Iceman then, at least not by name. Alright, tell you what, guys, I'm going to pause because I have to go take a piss, so we're at 43:03. I'm going to pause. I will be right back. What, is it? Oh, yeah, pause it right here. Yeah, there you go, perfect. Yeah, you want me to unmute you or just keep you muted? Right. Yeah. So yeah, he couldn't just fuck a guy normally. He had to make it so that they didn't move, and he had to literally have them be an object. All right, but yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta go take a piss, so I'll be right back. All right. I have returned. Let's put Walter away. Man-O-War, I've liked this music I've heard so far. That's also a type of jellyfish. Yeah. All right, so yeah, we're at 43:03. I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. This is an interesting montage. Dude, the way it shows him, like, spazzing out makes me think of, like in Saw when Amanda's trying to take the bear trap off. Why don't you like me? Nobody likes me. Hold on, Horizons. So you say you had a guy in your class who looked like Dahmer, but like only when he had his mustache? Mugshot. That's funny. No, they didn't catch him. No, but I didn't realize that was a real song, because they were playing that song that The Simpsons did a parody of, you know, Mo, 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 how do you like me, how do you like me, Mo, 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 why don't you like me, nobody likes me. Like, the real version doesn't say it like that, it just goes, Mo, 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 how do you like me, how do you like me. The Simpsons one is the one that's like, you know, why don't you like me, nobody likes me. Well, you know, if you'd have just been like, okay, fine, I'm not, like, just go, you know, then you wouldn't have died. Wait, there was one guy who got away at one point, though, wasn't there? This is the guy that got away? Okay. Gotcha. So this one's played up because movie? I used to have beta fish. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, this guy really does have a thing for fish, doesn't he? Yeah, it's like that scene in Family Guy where Peter has, like, the fish stand and then the guy puts the sign on it that says, I had sex with all those fish, except that guy actually did. Speaking of beta, right? What about Zodiac? Well, yeah, that's kind of the point, right? Well, Zodiac's never been caught. So there were people who thought they had who Zodiac was, but that turned out to be a lot of unsubstantiated shit. Like, there are suspects that were probably Zodiac. Like, that book Zodiac points to one specific guy and says it was definitely him. Yeah. Yeah, like, it was surgical precision, and women weren't allowed to be doctors back then when Jack the Ripper was around. Right. He killed Inigo Montoya's father, the bastard! Since that guy mentioned a six-fingered man, I had to. Not right off, no. Oh, yeah. Well, cause, the main thing I remember about my friend Dahmer is that, like, it was just, like, a group of guys that, like, had them in their friend group just to make him embarrass himself. Yeah, so so I guess no movies really portrayed just how his mom actually was, right? You ever seen the Zodiac Killer movie from 1971 that was made before the, while the case, they were trying to catch him? We should watch it sometime. It's actually really good. Like, it's super fictionalized. It's a bunch of bullshit. Like, they make up this ridiculous story for the Zodiac Killer where he's, like, killing people to make them be his slaves in the next life. But, like, they made that movie to try and get Zodiac to come to the theater because they're like, because of his ego, he'll show up and we can catch him. But it's like, nobody knows what he looks like, so that didn't work. And, like, he saw the movie because he mentioned it in one of his letters, I think. So, like, obviously he saw it, but they never caught him because, like, how the fuck are they going to catch someone they have no idea what he looks like? Yeah, they, I think it was even before they had a police sketch of him, so... But, like, supposedly they had the cops, like, hiding in, like, the ice cream freezer, like, waiting for him to show up, like, at the theater. Oh, yeah, it's a good movie. I enjoy it quite a bit. Like, the way Zodiac... Like, there is a kill in that movie, though, that's, like, that Zodiac does that I'm like, this just feels a lot more Bundy than Zodiac. Because he, like, pretends his car's broken down on the side of the road and then has the guy come to help him. Or no, and it's an old lady that comes to help him, and then he just, like, while she's looking under the hood, or... I can't remember if it's a guy or a lady. It's been a while since I've seen it. But whoever's looking under the hood, Zodiac just, like, slams the hood on him and just starts jumping on the hood until the person dies. Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. We should watch it sometime. It's actually really fun. What's up, Andy? So like he's like a hardcore like jock in The Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, and he's like, oh, I must pump my muscles, need to get swole. Yeah. Okay. I mean, of course it would. Like, Corbin, half the shit we do is very insensitive. And every idea you come up with is insensitive, so... I mean, when we were watching Lords of Chaos, you even said, like, that, oh yeah, a lot of the guys in Mayhem hated the depiction of Dead's death, but fuck them. Well, the thing is, though, is that's what Dead would have wanted, right? Because Dead would have wanted it to be graphic. Yeah, he absolutely would. You're like, because, I mean, Euronymous literally said Dead did something cool when he killed himself. Yeah. Like, even in the movie that they try to make us sympathize with him, he was still wanting to use, like, the murder of that one guy and the burning of the churches. He wanted to use all that as marketing. That's the thing about Mayhem, is, like, none of them were actually good people. Yeah. Right. Yeah, there you go. I do like, though, that all the bands that they were a part of, when they made the movie, they tried to reach out and get music from any of the bands that those members were involved in, and they all told them to fuck off. Now, dude, Lords of Chaos was stupid. Like, I liked how graphic it was. That was, like, one good thing, right? Yeah. Well, you know, apparently they did, like, like in Norway, like, they tried to make multiple movies. Like, people tried to make multiple Norwegian movies on them, but it never came through. Yeah. Like, there is a way to make a good Mayhem movie, but you gotta actually do it good. It's gotta be tonally, it's gotta match the tone, it's gotta be at least more accurate. It doesn't have to be accurate, but I mean, at least portray the characters how they are. Yeah, actually have it be made by fans of Mayhem rather than people who say we're making a movie about a bunch of stupid people. I do like those commercials, actually, Horizons. Those, I'm like the I'm snow on your roof. Yeah, you gotta have insurance to protect you from mayhem. Yeah, I like those commercials. Yeah. Right, yeah. The standards are, like, the bar is set so low nowadays for good movies. Well, good art in general. Yeah. Yeah, like, well, people now will just, like, they'll see a movie that's not, like, overly woke and be like, it's good, guys, see? Yeah. Yeah, it's always there to a degree. Like there are exceptions, sure, like with indie films and stuff, but like when we say that all new stuff is bad, we don't mean that literally, but we mean that like if we're talking percentage-wise, it might as well be literal, you know? Yeah, 99 easy, 99% easy. Right. Want to listen to a little Limp Bizkit? I do like, though, that they depict, like, multiple looks for, like, the different ages of him. Yeah, like this, this is the last scene of My Friend Dahmer, yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, because the movie's not in chronological order. You know the guy who played Benny in New Vegas died this year, though? He died, like within, like, the last month or two. Oh, yeah? They really make this guy really prominent. Did he hang out with Dahmer this much for real, or? Yeah, I was gonna say, because... But I guess they gotta add... They gotta... It's a movie, they gotta movify it a little bit, right? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, I hate to do this, but I gotta pee again, I'm sorry. We're paused at 1:01:06. I drink a lot of soda. Alright, I'm back. I come back and I hear people are still genetically different. Alright, let's go ahead and, again, we are at 1:01:06, and I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. I like how he's just got like a fucking skeleton sitting on the couch there, like a fucking like Halloween decoration. Or I guess it could be one of those ones that they use in like anatomy classes, but you know what I mean. Dude, is he gonna bone that skeleton? Okay, Horizons. Honestly, Horizons, that's probably the funniest thing you've said tonight. That's less funny. Now, if you'd have said bad to the bones and yelled it, then it would have been funnier. You know, my friend once had me take him to this fucking, like, sex shop to buy handcuffs because he thought that they were, like, real handcuffs, but they have those, like, release locks, so they're not real handcuffs. But he's like, it'd be really cool to have handcuffs. And he's like, see, they're genuine, because it said on the box, genuine fetish handcuffs. Imagine if they, like, looked in the fucking peanut butter and there was just, like, a big dick-shaped hole. You took a big poo-poo in the toilet? Congratulations. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, dude. Stoners drive me nuts. Like I said, we were gonna go see a movie with some of Kyler's stoner friends. And, like, we went to their house, and, like, we brought the PS1, right? Because we're like, okay, we'll play some games and shit before the movie, because we had, like, an hour or two before the movie. And then, like, one of the stoner friends was like, no, let's not do that. And then they just wanted to, like, sit in a circle and, like, listen to music and talk. And I'm like, that's boring, so I left. Well, they also wouldn't shut the hell up about Oni plays, and so I think that's part of why I had a problem with Oni plays. Also, to be fair, when I shared a room with Danny, he'd also, like, play Oni plays really loud at night, and I fucking hated that. No. Anyway, what were you saying, Corbin? I interrupted you. Yeah. 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 Or, like, they'll make a bunch of Oni's plays references and then expect me to get it when I don't watch it, you know? Yeah, like, the funniest stuff isn't even Oni itself, it's fucking Zach. Like, that George Carlin bit that Zach did, I've watched a lot. Yeah. And that's why Smiling Friends is so good. Because he's genuinely, like, funny. I like the noises Horizons makes when he gets uncomfortable by gay stuff. Well, that's not what this movie... This movie's literally about Jeffrey Dahmer, and it's from 2002, Horizons. I think we're safe. Right. Well, that's the thing I liked about Bohemian Rhapsody, is the movie, made it clear that, being gay is what killed Freddie Mercury. And, it depicts, his gay relationships in, a really negative light in that movie. Yeah. Like I said, I do like the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. There is some shit that they just made up that never happened. Like, Queen never broke up, that happens in that movie. And also, the guy that, never, you'll be the man who turned down Queen. That, they made it, a big... That guy didn't exist. He's, letting him, too. He's go ahead. I think he did say something about God earlier, but... Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, Exorcist 3 is good. Exorcist 1 and 3 are both good. 2 is terrible. Huh. Exorcist 3 got him in the mood to kill. That's weird. Well, in JoJo Part 4, a guy like Kira would kill people when his fingernails started growing uncontrollably because that was a weird quirk he had? Yeah, his fingernails would start growing longer, and that would make him want to kill people. And so he'd, go out of his way to, kill, annoying women, and then, he'd go on dates with their hands. JoJo Part 4 is great. Yeah. Well, and, there's this one couple that he kills, but it's you're rooting for him to kill them because they're really fucking obnoxious while they're, they're on the train, and they're, insulting him the whole time, and so then he follows them home and kills them, and it's they kind of brought it on themselves at this point. He really wants him to be gay with him. He's come on, don't you see you're just being programmed, man? Come on, suck my cock. Come on, just whip it out. Yeah, he's really trying to pressure him. You kind of cringe, honestly, yeah. He's like, I can't give you a ride, but I can give you a ride. Thanks for the ride, lady. It's just a prank, bro. Oh yeah, did he have pretty, like, big dumbbells? Huh. Well, like you said, he got swole. Really? They make it like it's his fault because he got him dumbbell? That's stupid. Yeah, but there's no way he knew what was going to happen with those dumbbells. Yeah, promoting your son to get fit is a good thing. Yeah, okay. Andy, what are you, what? Just what, Andy? Andy said, what childhood? You probably. I don't know, Corbin. Like I said, Corbin, you're the president of the Jeffrey Dahmer fan club. You feel like it's like a soap opera? That's what? Yeah. It's funny because for a minute there you were kind of going off the dark stuff. Like trying to be like more like tame and conservative with the stuff you watched. Well, yeah, you can't always just watch fucked up stuff. You gotta balance it, you know? That's right. I don't know, man. It's kind of gay. Well, I wasn't saying that. I was saying that this scene is kind of gay. Because Dahmer was literally, like, fucking around with that corpse. Oh, it's not gay if he's dead. Corbin 2023. No. Okay, that's what you're talking about. But if he fucked the corpses afterward, Corbin, it still wouldn't... I don't remember in Leviticus where it says sodomize the corpses. Yes, they're just dead. They don't suddenly become like a table. The only person who can become a table is Joe Biden. You remember that where he's like, as a kitchen table, I learned a lot of valuable lessons. That's why I love that clip, because like the video, like that video is called "Joe Biden Comes Out as a Proud Kitchen Table." Well, no, he clearly meant at the kitchen table. He's just fucking retarded and demented. You're such a whiner. I tried to kill you. Why are you whining about it? I like how Jeffrey Dahmer's psychoanalyzing him now. Well, you know something I think is true. I think literally every person has had homicidal thoughts. Literally everyone has. At one point or another. You know what I mean? Okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. This guy was his first kill, right? Yeah. Got him. I think it's really funny that Netflix removed the LGBT tag from the Dahmer show. Yeah, he did. Dude, he fucking destroyed him. Like, again, verbally, like, this isn't a kill scene right now, but, he destroyed him with words. He killed him on the inside. He is a beautiful creature, isn't he? But yeah, that is the thing with everything that plays up Dahmer as like a fucking like wimpy nerd. He absolutely must have been attractive to these guys. Yeah. So like all the local gay community all knew him. You know something about Dahmer's mustache? Dahmer's mustache was the most stereotypically gay mustache ever. No, he didn't. Yeah. Because he had like the big handlebar mustache. Oh yeah, no, gay guys back then were way more masculine. Don't worry, officer, it's just yard trimmings. Yeah, like he totally could have got caught here. Like he literally had bodies in the car. Yeah. So wait, is the John Wayne Gacy movie good? The two-part one, okay. But you're saying like this is a good movie for the incompetence of cops, and the John Wayne Gacy two-parter is good to show them actually doing a good job. Okay. I remember, yeah, right, no. Yeah, hot take, John Wayne Gacy was a piece of shit. It's funny when they interviewed John Wayne Gacy and, like, they would ask him about other killers, and he'd be, like, really judgmental and say, I have nothing to do with them, and then he'd be, like, really judgmental about them, even though he was clearly worse. Like, because they asked him about Dahmer and Bundy, and he's like, I don't care about them, and like he basically tried to say that they were worse people than him, but it's like, you raped and killed like 30 little boys. I think you're worse. Yeah. Yeah. And, like, he worked as a fucking party clown. Yeah, well, and, like, when you think about it, drag queens kind of look like clowns with the shit they put on their face. It's true. Well, that's what I always said. Like, drag queens back when they were all about just being degenerate and they were honest about that, I didn't have a problem with that, you know? Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't get it. Well, that's why, like I said, like, Rocky Horror Picture Show, I hate that they remade it and, like, put an actual tranny as Frankenfurter. Because, like, the whole point with, like, fucking Rocky Horror Picture Show, like, that movie, like, the original Rocky Horror Picture Show is actually pretty based. Because, like, the whole point of that movie is that Frankenfurter is, like, a filthy degenerate that fucks both the husband and the wife and, like, kills a guy just because he upstages him. Yeah. We should do it for Redeye Theater one of these days. Yep. I think the best song in that movie is I mean, this is an obvious one, but Sweet Transvestite is easily the best song in that movie. Yeah. Yeah, it is. In it. Oh, we're going to a fucking pub, isn't it? Well, like, that's how they use it, dude. Fucking Brits are weird with the way they talk sometimes. I guess it's not really just Brits, it's more Cockneys, like, you know, like, which is a kind of a subgroup of Brit. He wants that booty. He came for the booty. That booty is better than air and water. A man's butt. You know the booty warrior's out of prison now, right? Yeah. It's funny because he did this interview trying to say that, like, the booty stuff was taken out of context and that, like, the Boondocks, like, was lying about him, and he tried to claim that, like, he only said that stuff because they told him, like, it would, like, they would, like, reduce his sentence if he appeared in this, like, fucking documentary. But then, like, in the same interview, he immediately starts talking about booty again and how he doesn't like his wife and he just wants to go back in so he can fuck guys in prison again. So, like, he tried to say it's all a lie, but then he just confirms it by saying the same shit. Booty was more precious than air, more precious than water. I'm talking about booty, a man's butt. Well, it's like it's actually a really accurate portrayal of him, which is why it's funny when he tries to say that it's wrong, because if you, like, watch the actual clip of him, it's exactly the same. Looks like Alex DeLarge, right, with that face. You know what would be a good mashup to draw, Corbin? Alex Yick dressed as Alex DeLarge. Yeah, he's like, I still believe. Yeah, like, the fact that he, like, came back is just bullshit. Like, obviously that didn't even happen, right? Like, he left pretty much immediately after the first one. Like, that's not what happened, right? He didn't actually come back. Well, yeah, like I don't think a movie about a real thing has to be 100% accurate as long as it captures the spirit of it, you know? Yeah. Well, you know that guy Chopper, who they did a movie on, like, he actually really liked the movie that was made on him, and he never confirmed how much of it was true, because, like, Chopper would always, like, exaggerate stuff about his life, and he would always say, like, never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Jeffrey, you do drugs? Yeah. Well, like I said, I genuinely do feel bad for Dahmer's dad. Yeah, I remember that, and I remember when you told me about that, I'm like, fuck them. I actually genuinely feel bad for his dad. Oh yeah, Robert Chandler. I mean, he's still been chiming in from time to time. Like, I do genuinely think Dahmer's dad tried. Like that's the thing is, like, because, like, obviously we talk about how parents are, to an extent, responsible for their kids, but, like, I don't blame Jeffrey Dahmer's dad for the people that Jeffrey Dahmer killed. Well, there you go. Sure. Sure, and but obviously, I do still think that obviously, ultimately, the person who does the act is responsible. But I do think, as a society, we do need to culturally have parents be more parents and actually take responsibility to an extent too. But I do think that obviously people are still individuals. Right. Well, and I think that's another reason I feel bad for Dahmer's dad, as he reflects on it and sees how he could have done better as a father. Oh, yeah, we are. There's, like, I think, like, 10 minutes left. No, less than that. There's 6 minutes left. Golly. I would imagine. I've never seen it. Corbin has, but he said he bets the arrest is going to happen at the end of the movie. Okay. Oh, did we ever did we ever get around to watching Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer on Redeye Theater? I don't think we have yet, right? Or did we? I don't think. Yeah, no, I watched it with Theron, and it made his roommate really uncomfortable because we watched it at Theron's house, and his tranny roommate was there and got really uncomfortable throughout the whole movie. Well, yeah, because, like, to be fair, Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer is a movie that makes you feel fucking dirty because it's a really grimy and, like, uncomfortable movie. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're like, I cut off my cock. Yeah, there you go. You tried, Horizons. I'll give you that. You tried. No, the reason my Pokemon cock version stopped working is because, like, it has a, like, if you save, like, within the game, it, like, breaks the cartridge. And Spencer saved when he borrowed it, and that's what broke it. But it did lead to a good video where I got to do a whole video talking about how my cock didn't work, and then when I got a replacement, I got to talk about how I got a new cock. So it was a good time. Oh, is that the end? After serving 2 years of his life sentence, Jeffrey Dahmer was attacked and killed by another inmate. He died on November 28th, 1994 at the age of 34. No, Dahmer was really young for a serial killer. Yeah. Alright, yeah, see you later, Horizons. I mean, you stuck around for a whole movie this time. You don't usually do that, so there you go. That was cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna get into that right now because we're on YouTube, but yeah. Sure. Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, you said that should also be on here, right? This one here? Oh, wait, no. Should have been at the... Oh, right here, duh. So, yeah, this one you said is super fictionalized. Alright, do you want me to unmute you or anything and say anything between the movies, or do we just want to jump straight in? Alright, so we're starting the second Dahmer-related movie of the night, The Secret Life of Jeffrey Dahmer. We're going to hit play in 3, 2, 1, now. What you are about to see is based on a true story of Jeffrey Dahmer's attacks and murders over a period of more than 14 years. Events and characters in some instances have been fictionalized and combined in order to make a story that can be shown. Many of the deeds of America's most publicized and notorious serial killer are simply too gruesome to show on the screen. In order to protect sensitive issues and the privacy of survivors, events portrayed in this film may conflict in detail with exactly what happened. In individual cases, only Jeffrey Dahmer knows the truth. Nothing will ever change the fact that 17 young men encountered Jeffrey Dahmer. It was their last encounter. You can hear it, right? He pretty openly said what happened. Yeah, I mean, at that point, why not, right? Only by losing everything completely do we gain freedom. Some random guy in the chat said that. Only by losing everything completely do we gain freedom. I don't know, they have a Russian username. We'll proceed for now, Corbin. We'll see. We'll see if that theory turns out to be true, yeah? Just got up and peed a lot. Why would you share that, Chisu? Dude, his fucking voiceover in this reminds me of some shit in Dexter, you know? My dark passenger, it wants me to kill. When he said cut up human beings, it made me think of that scene where you kill Eddie in Silent Hill. Sounds like the Matrix? What sounds like the Matrix? Oh, that thing, yeah. That, I think, that does sound like it could, like, it sounds like it would almost be a Matrix quote, doesn't it? It is a Fight Club quote, you're right! Okay, yeah, you might be right then, Corbin. We'll see, though. I like how this guy looks basically nothing like Dahmer. Sucks to suck. Okay, Andy. Yeah, Andy's talking from experience. It reminds me of that DSP quote where he's like, you don't want to get butt fucked, trust me. So this one came out like not long after he was arrested, right? Yeah, this movie, like this movie's considered pretty insensitive, right? Oh, so have you not seen this one? Right, it's just been a while. Yeah, okay. Hell yeah. Yeah. Like, this looks like some shit, like, these guys look like actors you'd see in, like, a 70s porn. Yeah, the vibe of this movie, it is like an 80s movie. I forgot just how shaved you used to be back in the day. Oh yeah, no, like doing that compilation and seeing myself from fucking like 8 years ago. It's nuts how different I look without the beard. What's that? Yeah. This kill, yeah, 1978. There you go. Yeah. Do you think this is going to be more graphic than the previous movie? Okay. Because, like, the other one, I think the most graphic scene was when you saw him put, like, that bloody arm in the garbage bags. I mean, granted, I think the implications worked. Like, I think that they did that well. That's effective. Like, I don't always need shit to be depicted, you know? Yeah. You shaved a few hours ago as you got work and went to bed early? Hadn't shaved in like a month, yeah? Yeah, he's really gotta pump some iron, right? Come on, bro. They have Dahmer having like a gym bro voice. Like, come on, bro. I was just gonna go grab some beers, bro. Hey, bro, nice cock. It's almost like she intentionally put on the music to ignore it. I don't want to hear the sound of murder outside. Let's drown it out with some music. If I keep sewing, the murder's not happening. You ever seen The Town That Dreaded Sundown? So it's actually based off the Phantom Killer, which was a real killer that is kind of similar to the Zodiac Killer because he was also never caught and he did a lot of the same kind of things. But the movie has like a scene where he kills this lady with like a knife attached to like a tuba, and that didn't happen like at all, but they put it in the movie anyway. It's like one of the first slasher movies, though. It's actually a slasher movie that's older than the original Halloween. And it's older than Black Christmas as well, I think. They did like a remake / sequel of it in 2014, but I never watched that. Yeah, I do like the monologues, yeah. Yeah. I like how this movie's like putting a lot more emphasis on the struggle of it, though, of actually dealing with those urges. September 15th, 1987. But yeah, giving him an inner monologue, because like Dahmer was pretty much an open book when he got arrested. Jeffrey, you do drugs? Yeah, this movie came out a year after he was arrested. I mean, he was arrested plenty of times before that, but you know. Yeah, seriously, what kind of Freudian slip is that? I mean, look, it makes sense. Yeah, he's too tired to be gay. And this was filmed in 1992 and then released in 93. Yeah, this was right after. I mean, like I said, the Zodiac the Zodiac Killer movie from 1971 was literally released while he was still like killing people. Yeah. Right. Yeah, no, glorifying violence has been a thing in media since media's ever existed, you know? Right. Like Shakespeare glorifies violence. Yeah. Well, and I think people have always been entertained by violence to some degree. Like the thing is in like art, in the arts, right? The portrayal of violence is the healthy way that people actually get violence out there. So I think Uzi Gawaita is probably a pretty chill guy. Oh yeah, that's much gorier. Like, I mean, granted, it's still kind of the same thing where we saw the decapitated limbs and stuff, but this is a little bit more detail, yeah? Like, you just exaggerate the hell out of that if you did it. A fucking metal soundtrack, and he's played by some really jacked, like, bodybuilder type. Oh, that reminds me, I got a video of yours to edit now. I don't know, I haven't checked yet. If not, I'll edit it tomorrow. Jeffrey, you do drugs? I keep referencing that. Do you even know what that is, Corbin? You know that YouTube channel, Treats for Beasts? Yeah, he had a video called Jaffrey, and it was like, Jaffrey! And he'd be like, ugh! And she'd be like, you do drugs? And he'd be like, ugh! And she'd be like, Jaffrey! And it just repeated that over and over again. Oh. You don't smell that smell? That kind of smelly smell that smells smelly? What about Raising Jeffrey Dahmer? How's that movie? Came out in 2006. And it focuses on Dahmer's parents. I should buy Dahmer's dad's book, huh? Richard Dick is short for Richard. Yeah, I know it was. Like, they did a comic for My Friend Dahmer, then it got adapted. Yeah, dude, fucking A Father's Story. There's like a $15 copy on eBay. I'll buy it right now. Cause like there's a couple that are like around 15, and then there's one that's like 50. Yeah, you into photography? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more. Nudge, nudge. Sure, why not? I'll strip for you. You talking about Mo? Yeah, he does kind of got a Mo hairdo, doesn't he? Yeah, from the front, yeah. Take your damn clothes off! You into photography? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? Say no more. Yeah. Yeah, like he's all fine with the pictures, but then he makes the moves on him. He's like, no, I don't want to be near you if you're gay. Now he's gonna pull out his cock. Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, you're gay? Like what? Like Dahmer's like, wait, you're gay? As he's like getting ready to have his dick sucked. Yeah, seems pretty legit. You ain't going nowhere. Dude, homosexuality really makes you parched, doesn't it? I like how after you sucked his cock, you ask him if he has a boyfriend. To be fair, though, gays are usually really promiscuous and don't, like, stay, like, faithful. Well, yeah, obviously it is, Corbin. That's what I'm saying, though, is, like, that makes sense, though, like, after he sucks his cock, be like, oh, wait, do you have a boyfriend, like, after? Like, that is actually what would happen, right? Yeah. That's why they spread the HIV? Yeah. You know that the highest amount of domestic abuse is lesbian relationships? Yeah, did you know? Yeah, like, lesbians have the most, like, lesbians are the most likely to beat their wives. Yeah, of course it makes sense. Based lesbian. No. Like Trudeau? What about Trudeau? Yeah, there you go. Watch, Corbin, all these posts are going to get you suspended from Facebook again. How many times have you been suspended from Facebook? Never, of course. Yes, you have, at least twice that I know of. Yes! Lesbians beating wives? Oh, did Trudeau beat his wife? Dude, it's like Kira, but with the head instead of the hand. This fucking sympathetic music. Like, oh, he's like a real friend, you see? Upbeat music. Yeah. Yeah, this is like right after. So tasteless. He's just posing pictures with his friend, his bud friend and pal. He boiled that head like those people did when they killed that chick in Hong Kong. Kirby boiling, yeah. I should play Kirby boiling and Mega Gump. No, but she dumped him probably from being tired of being the masculine one in the relationship, yeah? Watch this be like that Zodiac Killer movie and just have him slam the hood and jump on it like that Zodiac Killer movie. What was that, Corbin? Yeah, it does feel kind of similar tonally, you're right. I stopped caring about the view count of my YouTube videos probably 10 years ago, to be honest. Okay, Andy. Do you want me to actually ask him that? Andy, what do you think about Rabid Waffles? And if I can't find my keys, I'll whip my cock out and you can suck it. How's that sound? Yeah, I can see it. I need to see that movie. I've never seen it. I think you spoiled the fucking old boy twist for me, though, when we were watching Homunculus unintentionally. In Old Boy, not in Homunculus. Yeah. I was told that there's a twist, and then you said the thing when we were watching Homunculus that you thought it was going to be like Old Boy, and then you described it. Yes, you did, dick. Yeah, I need to see No Country for Old Men, and I need to see Old Boy. I know those are not the same movie at all, but still. The guy who got away honestly looks similar between these two movies. Thanks for the ride, lady! You still there, Corbin? Okay, you just were quiet for a minute there. You're too busy looking at this rockin' bod, am I right? Yeah, Andy didn't answer the question at all, Corbin. Instead, he said, in the early years of the channel, I used to care a lot about views, especially with some of the videos randomly being popular. But after 2013, I don't even pay attention to view count. So that's your answer. That's what he thinks of Rabid Waffles, is to just ignore what I said and just keep going on the same thing he was saying. He's not even cutting him there. You saw that, right? Like, you're just slamming the hatchet on the side of him. Called what? Do you think it's what it could be? What it could be? I guess not necessarily, right? It could just be someone who saw your shit posts. He's like, look, I'm not gay, but $150 is $150. I like how the subtitle said, I'm Jenna. Like, these subtitles have been pretty good for the most part, but that one was off. Co-winter's night instead of cold winter's night. Yeah, it's a hobby like turtle saving. Oh, he worked at a blood bank? I didn't know that. I don't know. Oh, okay. Who is this album by? Macabre, okay. Okay. So they just did a concept album about Dahmer called Dahmer, and like they did that about multiple serial killers? All their songs that they did ever are about serial killers, okay. 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 Corbin, if I want to learn about Dahmer, I literally just... Like, if I have a question about Dahmer, I'm just going to ask you. You're a certified Dahmer expert. Yeah, you are the expert, Mark. You ever seen Beyond the Mat? Have you ever seen Beyond the Mat? It's a wrestling documentary, and it has like a lot of like gruesome matches and shit that went wrong in it. Yeah, I bought it on DVD. If you want, we can watch it for Redeye Theater one of these days. Like, there's a match where The Rock really fucked up Mick Foley with a chair. Like, he hit him like way more times than they agreed on and just kept bashing his head, and he was like bleeding all over the place. Yeah. Because Mick Foley told him, like, look, I want you to really fuck me up with it. I want you to hit me like 5 times. But he hit him way more than 5 times because he just thought, oh, Mick can take it. Because, you know, Mick Foley's whole shtick is, like, you know, like, actually getting hurt, you know? Because, like, most of the shit that happened to Mick Foley was just him actually having, like, real things done to him. Like, you know, getting thrown off the top of the cage, getting slammed into thumbtacks, all sorts of crazy shit, right? But, like, that match, like, really fucked him up. He had to be, like, taken out by medics at the end. You know they don't allow chair shots anymore? like, when I think of wrestling, chair shots are like, you know, like they're synonymous with wrestling. While living with his grandmother, Dahmer killed 4 young men and disposed of their bodies from 1982 to 1998. Or 1982 to 88. Just read The Devilman, Brutus, Mercedes. Yeah, I've read that one. I'm pretty sure I talked about it in my obscure Devilman video. My obscure Devilman stuff video. Yeah. Well, and for how low of a budget this movie is, I think they do the scenes pretty well. No, but I think that adds to it, though, honestly. None of these movies really emphasized his mom like at all, though, did they? I wonder if Raising Jeffrey Dahmer has any more emphasis on her. We should check that one out sometime. Jeffrey Dahmer versus John. I like how your Freudian slip was to say like Freddy and Jason because you're thinking of it on terms like Freddy versus Jason. As if like Jeffrey Dahmer and John Wayne Gacy are fucking slasher villains. I mean, they are, I guess, real life slasher villains, right? Yeah, I mean, a lot of slasher movies are, like, loosely based on serial killers. Like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is based off Ed Gein. Dahmer gets his own apartment after living with his grandma for 7 years. Yeah, it absolutely would. So, a movie like that would never get made today, obviously. Yeah, these movies do make him seem a lot cooler than a lot of depictions. Yeah. I really like the aesthetic of this movie. Like, the aesthetic to this is very similar to that Zodiac Killer movie I keep talking about. But the what's in the box type thing? Well, yeah, I mean, it's almost like they're adapting the same person's life, Corbin. Well, yeah, they're very different, but it is interesting to see the things that they do keep the same between the two. Again, the way he's, like, with the heads, it reminds me of Kira with the hands. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, it did show the head when he pulled it out of the box. It was just wrapped in plastic. But you could still see the head itself. I told you of the Zodiac thing? You're right! I completely forgot about that, Chisu. That was literally a Chisu recommendation, that Zodiac Killer movie I keep going on about. Well, you shouldn't, because that's my side boob. You know, the guy who does real life Peter Griffin is kind of a weenie, though. To prove I'm the real life Peter Griffin, I'm gonna beat my wife. I mean, to be fair, Peter does beat on Lois quite a bit, doesn't he? What do I think of Rabid Waffle as the content creator or as a person? Andy asks, he's finally getting around to the question, but he's asking if we want to know what he thinks of you as a person or as a content creator. Let's go with both, Andy. How about start with the one that you find the most interesting to tell us, but tell us both. Yeah, not a pickaxe. Look, I don't see any creepers around here, do you? Welcome to my mine. We don't have to strip mine. We are mining diamonds. No, none of this happened. Well, remember, the movie made it pretty clear. Okay, that's his 1989 conviction for touching boys. Yeah. The other movie completely ignored that, though. The other movie didn't even acknowledge that conviction. Which I get why they didn't, but still, you know? Yeah. That's kind of funny. That like... I mean, like, in a dark way, right? Like, he got arrested for touching kids while he had, like, the pedo mustache. And the big-ass glasses. Like, that's what I'm saying is funny, is because of the look. Obviously, I'm not saying the act itself is funny. Makes me think of what fucking Euronymous said. Right? Real epic gamer moment. I mean, yeah, I get why the other movie didn't want to acknowledge this conviction. Right. This chick's acting reminds me of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Please try to have a better attitude next time. You forgot a women. That subtitle. Like, he said lemon, but the subtitle said women. Between June 1990 and July 22nd, 1991, Dahmer's rampage period, 13 young men were brutally murdered and dismembered in his apartment. How'd you like to make some money? I can deal with that. Human conversation. These subtitles are getting worse as it goes on. Dude, they replaced the Asian guy with a black guy. Well, they did say they intentionally combined stuff and whatnot to protect the privacy of the victims. Yeah. Mama! Golly gee, this stings. He did? Yeah, I think like this isn't like the most graphic movie, but I would say this is more graphic than the previous one that we watched. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, look, I wish more things were willing to be distasteful, to be honest. That's one thing I respect about Family Guy. Yeah, I don't know, the music choices in this have been interesting. Yeah, he's putting the corpses in the trash. Yeah. Penny, am I right? This lady has like the most stereotypical Jamaican accent. Why don't you buy some air freshener or something, man? You need to do something, man. It really stink. This fucking lady. Huh. Huh. I think you're right. This chick cares more about the fact that it was boys than the fact that they were underage. It's like those guys on To Catch a Predator who, like, made sure to make it clear that they're not gay when they came to meet up with underage boys. Like, you remember that one where the guy's like, I'm not gay, though, I promise. What is frame rate, right? Like, look at this. This is all the frame rate you need. Rabid Waffles as a content creator is okay, I suppose, although a lot of his videos are really trolly or just responses. Sorry, but Fugitive Redeye is a better content creator than Rabid Waffles. Yeah, obviously, Andy. I'm obviously a better content creator. I've had the channel for 13 years, though. So I've had a lot more practice, and I've done a lot more videos. You're going nowhere. I feel like he's a lot more sinister in this one than he was in the other movie. Yeah, he is absolutely more of a terrifying presence. Like, he's actually intimidating in this movie. Granted, he's more intimidating in both these movies than he is in My Friend Dahmer. Yeah. It's before he started chimping out. Yeah. Turn up the sounds. That's what the guy said. He's like, you want some music? And he's like, yeah, turn up the sounds. I will say for me, the best Rabid Waffles videos are the ones where he shows his actual face. Why, Andy? Yeah, are those the ones you like to choke the chicken to? Yeah, he did tell us about that. But what if Andy was Jeffrey Dahmer the whole time? Yeah, it was all an elaborate cover-up. Yeah. How do you know Andy's fat? I think Andy's probably skinny. Have you seen how small his, like, wrists are? Yeah, I mean, he's never showed himself on camera other than his hands and arms, but, like, his arms are pretty thin. I'd assume Andy is pretty skinny. This guy looks like a stripper cop rather than a real cop. Pause it. Okay, we're at 57:43, everybody. Looks up the 2024 Snow White. She's Colombian. I assume there's much Colombian used for this. Well, you see, that's why it's called Snow White, right? Because they gotta have those nose clams. Am I right? Can't really. There we go. You can see me a little better that way. What if PC commies try to cancel/ban Gilgamesh for promoting stereotypes as they think it's outdated and toxic? I mean, look, they literally did like a retranslation of, what was it, Homer's Odyssey? Where they, like, changed it, and it was like... Because I remember when I was in college, there was this chick talking about it, and how she's like, oh, it's the first one to have, like, be translated by, like, a woman, and so it's, like, changes things and makes it, like, less misogynistic, and I'm like, oh, so it's bad now. Yeah. You ready for me to hit play again yet, Corbin, or do you need me to wait still? Okay, where if I get... Go ahead. Okay. Well, we're at 57:43. I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. I like how he said skulls, but the subtitles said skazes. So, like, this is a very different version of the cops wouldn't listen to the black guy, because it's a guy in this one. And it's a guy that escaped from him. Yeah, he's much more devilish in this. Delightfully devilish, one might even say. What if these, like, phone calls from his parents were in his head and weren't actually happening in the movie? Right? It would be. She's working with AIDS patients now. Yeah. He's disappointed. She went to California. Well, considering some of the murders happened in Ohio, I figured he might have been. Dude, insert unfunny Ohio meme here. Down in Ohio, swag like Ohio, cucumber in Ohio. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm a pretty antisocial guy. I have a pretty big amount of contempt for a lot of people. That's a good line. I think she just called the rip out the last of my feelings. Yeah, it does sound like made-for-TV dialogue. Well, like I said, her acting reminds me of Plumbers Don't Wear Ties. Oh, look, a book. Yeah. I think I would be a little concerned if my son really wanted to play with the bones of animals, though. Wait, did his dad know that he, like, put him in, like, acid and stuff like he did in those jars? He bought him the acid? Okay, yeah, that's, I'd be a little concerned. Like, I'm not saying I'd, like, flip out just from that, but I'd be like, hey, this is kind of a red flag, isn't it? Rabbit Waffles as a person? Well, considering how much fights and drama he tends to cause in the internet space, I would not say good. What are you talking about, Andy? What fights does... I mean, I get... He's right, but how does he know that? You know what I mean? Like, what of Corbin's dramas do you know about, Andy? I mean, I guess we do pretty openly talk about how much of a fucking, like, shit stirrer you are. And how you get banned from basically every Discord you go in. Yeah, why would you care, Andy? Corbin's never had drama with you. The only time you've had drama with him, Corbin, is when he says that he has a bone to pick with you for literally no reason. Okay, I don't know if this is just me, like, either not paying attention or what, but, like, is it me or is, like, the last, like, 3 black guys he's brought home looked like exactly the same? Like, you see what I mean, right? Yeah, this guy is fatter, you're right. See, he's feeding this guy human meat. This guy's really health conscious. That's rubbing Jeffrey the wrong way. He's like, come on, just drink something, damn it. Hot stuff coming through. What the hell is this weird thing on his wall? This poster. Like, is this some Hindu shit or something? You see what I mean, right? Yeah. It's like this guy's intentionally trying to antagonize him. Well, there was a guy that got away after he got hit with a hammer. Unless this movie's gonna have multiple people get away. Oh, is he just gonna throw him in a thing of acid? Did he do this to anybody? No? Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought. Brutal. Yeah, that's much more sadistic than the kills. Right. It was all about the sexual thrill! got like a Freddy Krueger jacket. Or sweater. Jeffrey Dahmer, you have a gentleman caller. Jeffrey Dahmer. Paging Mr. Dahmer. Mr. Jeffrey Dahmer. Who the fuck is this guy? Like the one who's calling him. Did this happen? Like, I'm questioning, like, if, like, you know what I mean? Like, who the fuck is this guy? Is this his dad, maybe? No. What the fuck? There was no context given there. What the fuck happened? Just that weird guy called him up and then maniacally laughed. Yeah. This guy not able to talk? Is this guy deaf? Yeah. Just, oh, hey, I want to take pictures of you. Yeah, it's weird artwork. It's like metal shit. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it was the 90s, right? During the Satanic Panic, right? Yeah, so Corbin, there was a deaf guy. Yep, his name was Tony Anthony Hughes, and he was 31. So, apparently, the way that Dahmer actually talked to the deaf guy was they just passed notes back and forth. So that sign language stuff didn't actually happen. They just passed notes back and forth in with what really happened. And here I thought you were the expert, Corbin. That's true. That is 17 people to remember. Right. But yeah, there was definitely a deaf guy, so there we go. He's like toying with him because he's deaf. Like, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but... would you like that? Would you like your head cut off? Would you like that, bud? Yeah, apparently he dismembered the deaf guy so bad they had to use dental records to identify him. You know that there's an episode of Beavis and Butthead where they meet Jeffrey Dahmer? And he just gives them money to keep quiet? Yeah. Yeah, like Jeffrey Dahmer at home, yeah. We have Jeffrey Dahmer at home. But Rabbit Waffles can be good at providing strong commentary for Fugitive Redeye to bounce off whenever Fugitive Redeye runs out of things to say or keep constant commentary going. I mean, yeah, Corbin and I do have a really good back and forth, hence why Sergeant Friends works. Dead! I'm the guy who killed him. Yeah, they do make him a lot more sadistic in this. Yeah. He literally did what I was joking that he would do. Oh, that fucking face. He rolled his eyes back like The Undertaker. He fucking creamed himself right there. What the hell is wrong with you? You look bad. I'm not the fucking drinking. Yeah, that's true. This is the cleanest and most professional he's looked this whole movie, and she says he looks like shit. Right? Right. It's gonna cost you a lot extra, buddy. Yeah. This movie definitely upped the entertainment factor. Oh. Africanizing is making someone more African, is organizing making someone more organ-like. Like male organ, crotch transformation. What is with your brain, Jisoo? Yeah, it is stupid. Yeah, it's not funny at all. It's not clever. You think one day we should watch that awful Dahmer show, just for for completion's sake? Yeah, we should do like a bunch of Dahmer stuff. Yeah. Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer files, yeah. I mean, obviously, right? Arresting one of the most prolific serial killers would get you pretty famous, right? Yeah, yeah, I remember. I heard that quote. Yeah, what I'm about to tell you is going to make you very famous. Yeah. See, Jisoo, that's funny. Because when I said we're going to do a bunch of Dahmer stuff, she's like, you guys are going to do a bunch of Dahmer stuff? Like, we're going to lure a bunch of black men into our house and, like, kill them? And eat them? This is what my people do. Yeah, that's what Dahmer said. You're right. It's an exact quote. Look it up. Numerous complaints about the stench emanating from Dahmer's apartment were repeatedly ignored. No action was ever taken against him. Well, I don't know if I'd say ever, because he did get arrested. I guess for the stench, yeah, but... Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer's still out there. Like, a movie made right after he got arrested is like, yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer is still out there. Sounds like a you problem. Slams the door in her face. Right? That's a good point. How could he bear the smell? Just fucking slam the door on her hand. Yeah, seriously. He went nose blind and needs Febreze. See, Jisoo, that's good. Make it into a Febreze ad. That's funny. So, Corbin, he drilled a different guy's head, but now they actually have Conorak. And also, like, they said they changed, like, the names, but they had Conorak's actual name on that newspaper. You saw that, right? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, is they recreated it with a different guy, but now they just have him. This is my lover, okay? Yeah, they're like, let's just make it real now. Maybe. Oh, hey, here's the two black chicks. So they did it earlier with a black guy, but now they're actually doing it with two black chicks. So, like, they recreate scenes and change them, but then they just do the same scenes as they actually happened, kind of, or more accurately later. Yeah. July 22nd, 1991. He looks a lot more like Dahmer here than he did in any other part of the movie. Like, he actually kind of looks like him here. Oh, it's a fucking Mephisto. That's what that fucking thing is. Is he into Satan worship or something? Was he? Okay. Yeah, I collect dead things. You know, as you do. It's a hobby. Take your damn clothes off. Like I said, it is funny that most of the movie he looked nothing like Dahmer, but for this scene they just decide, hey, let's actually kind of make you look like him. Want to look at some photographs? Know what I mean? Know what I mean? See, these filters and stuff are like, you know, very like low budget stuff, but I think they're actually kind of like they add to it. Do you like the pictures? The way he's like toying with him and shit. Little bunny, bunny, bunny. What the fuck is up with these subtitles? Yeah. Get your fucking head on the floor now! Liar! Jeffrey, you sick bastard. See, I like these monologues quite a bit, actually. Jeffrey Dahmer, 33 years old, is currently serving 15 consecutive life terms in the Wisconsin prison system with a minimum sentence of 936 years. Dahmer confessed to killing and dismembering 17 persons and was found to be sane by a jury in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in February of 1992. Subsequently, Dahmer has been convicted for his first killing of an Ohio hitchhiker, Stephen Hicks, and something about a sentence for the murder. These are scrolling by really quick. And then there's a list of the victims. So... interesting. And to those who survived, especially Tracy Edwards for bringing an end to it all. Okay. Alright. Well, there we go. And I assume you're asleep, right, Corbin? Hell yeah, Corbin's asleep, boys! Real sleepy time. Go sleepy poo. I guess I'll wrap up the stream then. I will see you guys later. Have a good one.